Welcome to the Daily Intelligence Brief from IntelStor for the 10th of September 2025. In today's top renewable energy news, the appointment of Rodrigo Rodriguez as the new Secretary of Energy of Panama was received with optimism by the energy sectors. The trajectory in regulation and regional integration generates confidence in the continuity of the transition policies that the country has been building over the past decade. The current Act 6 of 1997 limits the incorporation of new actors and technologies into the system. Among the restrictions identified which need to be overturned are the lack of hourly rates, the non-enabling of aggregators or two-way flows. Governors in the U.S. Northeast are considering dropping resistance to natural gas pipelines and other fossil fuel projects. That comes in the hopes they can convince the U.S. president to allow offshore wind farms to move forward. Halting offshore projects risks hurting union workers tasked with building these massive farms off the coast of the Northeast U.S. Blocking fully permitted offshore wind projects worth billions of dollars shakes investor confidence and undermines the president's goal of delivering abundant, cheap electricity to data centers and consumers. Pakistan has been facing a growing energy crisis marked by regular power outages and unaffordable electricity. If Pakistan wants this energy shift to truly benefit everyone, several important steps need to be taken. The government must create proper battery recycling laws to safely manage electronic waste and prevent environmental damage. Clear standards must also be set for the quality of products and installation practices to avoid accidents and substandard equipment being imported. Subsidies and accessible loan options should be introduced to make solar battery systems more accessible. Pakistan should invest in developing local industries to produce key components domestically, reducing reliance on foreign imports and strengthening energy independence. The Xunta de Galicia urges the state to transpose the European Court of Justice to unlock wind projects. There is an urgency to the action being taken along the lines of the European ruling. The government has not yet simplified the processing of the procedures for the authorization of business initiatives related to the renewable sector. Europe will have to rely on higher wind speeds this autumn to see a rise in annual clean power generation. Electricity output from wind slumped earlier this year, and solar passed its yearly peak in the summer. Total clean electricity supply in Europe fell by 2% in the first 8 months of the year compared to the same period of last year. Gas-fired power plants were forced to raise output by 13% over the summer as generation from wind was down seasonally. You can learn more about all of IntelStor's market and sales intelligence offerings at www.intelstor.com and subscribe to our channel today.